All right, I'm gonna tell you the truth that nobody else wants to tell you about Shedeur Sanders. If you want to keep believing a lie, click off this video. But if you want the real, keep watching and share it. Number one, Shedeur Sanders not getting first team reps is not out of the normal in the National Football League. Ask anybody that played legitimate NFL snaps. Take this story from one of Justin Herbert's teammates. Remember, Justin Herbert entered his rookie season as a backup to Tyrod Taylor. He was a backup the entirety of the year. Right before the game, Tyrod Taylor got punctured in the lung by a doctor and Justin Herbert had to start. He went 20.
This changes everything you thought you knew about Shedeur Sanders. One minute he's the Browns' future. The next he's caught in a plot twist so wild even Cleveland fans had to sit down. A Browns insider just dropped a truth bomb that flips the entire 2026 roster upside down, and you won't believe why.
Adam, why Shedeur Sanders is still positive during this whole entire process of being a third string quarterback, knowing that Shedeur Sanders is first round talented. That's really what I think, but I'm gonna play this video clip and let you guys hear Browns insider Tony Rizzo speak out about this situation, and then I'll give you guys my thoughts after.
The Browns, they didn't let him go against the ones the whole time in training camp. There has to be a reason for this. And the only thing I can come up with is that he's not putting the work in off the field. I asked Aaron.
The Browns are somehow managing to turn a simple quarterback situation into a full season soap opera that even Netflix would reject for being too unrealistic.
Of 33, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Nobody was irate about the fact that Justin Herbert didn't get first team reps all camp. No, because Justin Herbert went out there and played like a superstar and ultimately by his talent has become one of the top quarterbacks in football. You can ask many people. Shedeur Sanders not getting first team reps is not out of the ordinary. I was a backup in the NFL and I went against backups in the NFL. Backups don't get starter reps. They get backup reps. That's why they're backups.
Cleveland was gearing up to face the Ravens, and the funniest part? Word on the street was that Lamar didn't even practice. Not because he was injured, not because he was sick, but because he simply didn't need practice to handle the Cleveland Browns.
I just don't understand why everybody thinks that the world is against this rich kid. I don't understand the grand conspiracy against somebody who kind of makes money for people if he gets out there. I would think that they want him to be good, if anything else. Now look, Stefanski clearly does not believe, and I do believe that Stefanski probably has an investment in being right. The bottom line is they don't think he's got a future. I don't think that they're trying to run him out of the league. They don't think that there's a future in him. They think there's a future in Dillion Gabriel.
That's how far things have fallen. When your opponent treats game prep like optional cardio, you know divine intervention is your only defensive coordinator.
Did you get a chance to see Shedeur at all yesterday?
I didn't.
In the second half, I felt like they put him in a trick bag somewhat, but you know, no reps with the first unit at all, even though he was a second string or third, whatever they want to call him. Made some solid throws, made some mistakes, had some balls that his team should have, his guys should have caught, but I just think overall for him to be able to get out there, It's been real interesting over there. It's just like, it's almost like, you hate to say it, but I think the writing's on the walls. There's some weird energy over there with him not being able to get an opportunity to get on the field.
And honestly, it's getting harder to blame anybody who doesn't take the Browns seriously. One look at this team and you can feel the stress radiating off the fan base like heat from a cheap microwave. Fans already knew what was coming. Another week of confusion, chaos, and players running the offense like someone scribbled the plays on the back of a grocery receipt.
NFL scouts, aficionados said the game appeared to be too quick for him, that he routinely held onto the ball too long and was subjected to immense pressure, 11 quarterback pressures and 2 sacks, by the way. I don't know whether Shedeur Sanders is an NFL quarterback or not, and I don't blame anybody for assuming and surmising that he may not be. But how does he get 0 snaps with the first team? How a player is able to say they were unfamiliar with his snap count? He wasn't prepped at all. You're a QB2.
Cleveland is running into this matchup like it owes the universe emotional rent, and the universe is collecting with interest. The loudest take floating around the city: the Browns will not win a single game unless they finally start Shedeur. Maybe not possibly, definitely. Shedeur has now become the unofficial spiritual solution to every Browns problem.
But now you find yourself in a situation yesterday where he has to step in, and this is the first time the offensive line has ever heard his cadence in a game. So it's a strange situation for the way it's been handled. He's never been out there. He's put into a tough spot. And now it looks like Shedeur Sanders may be starting on Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders.
It almost feels like this young man is sitting back going, God, like, nobody's with me. Like, am I out here by myself? That's what it almost feels like. And whose fault is that? Well, to me, it sounds like the organization's fault.
Is the water pressure bad? Play Shedeur parking lot full? Play Shedeur. Stadium nachos soggy? Play Shedeur. Meanwhile, Dillion Gabriel is still out there operating the offense like he accidentally wandered onto the field after getting lost on a stadium tour. But the real comedy comes with the biggest question of the 2026 season. Will Shedeur Sanders still be with the Browns? Some fans pray for his freedom like he's being held hostage.
He's better than Dillion Gabriel right now. It's clear as day. If Shedeur Sanders had started from the start this year, they would have 3 or 4 more wins, and they would be the talk of the league.
He's a 5th-round rookie who got thrown into a game.
Okay.
There wasn't a game plan for him. He did some good, he did some bad. He's a rookie who has had no action, and he's a 5th-rounder. What did y'all expect? The defense was lighting him up. He catch the ball, they sending everybody. So I'm not grading him, period. Let's give him a week of practice. Let's let him get a game plan.
Yep.
And let's let him actually get some reps. You can see.
Others believe the Browns will hang on to him simply because chaos needs a mascot. And then there's the cold truth behind it all. Shedeur is money. His name shines like a neon billboard, and the Browns know it. New stadium, new marketing push. You already know whose face they're slapping on the front of every brochure, every commercial, every hype video. Shedeur forget team strategy. This is business, and business is desperate.
Putting the work in off the field. I asked Aaron. I said to Aaron today, I go, man, I said, I'm a little bummed, a little bored. There's no Shedeur buzz going on. He's a 3rd-string quarterback. And Aaron goes, oh, there's Shedeur buzz. And I'm like, what? He didn't do anything. He didn't get in the game.
The Browns fan base, as always on this issue, is divided. There are half the people who thought that him going over to Schmitty Kicker and telling him it'll be okay.
Oh, my.
Like, because on TV, the one shot of Andre Schmidt on the sideline after the missed field goal.
Oh, and you think
Cleveland is milking this man like he's the last star athlete on earth. They want every headline, every jersey sale, every click, every dollar. Whether they actually plan to play him is a mystery. Some folks believe the Browns are saving Shedeur like a season finale twist. But here's the thing, next year the Browns can't keep faking it. The fan base is already fed up with the weekly Shedeur might play soon carrot they keep dangling. Cleveland has run out of suspense episodes.
Your QB1 is an undersized dude, a hit away from getting concussed and taken out of the game. Kevin Stefanski is a 2-time NFL Coach of the Year. He knows a thing or two about coaching football. How unprepared does Shedeur Sanders look? Suddenly he's not comprehending plays. Suddenly he doesn't know the playbook. Suddenly he doesn't know what's going on. That's not the reputation that we've ever heard about Shedeur Sanders. We've heard he's incredibly familiar with the playbook. We've heard that he's very, very smart.
Shedeur has to touch the field, or fans will riot with clipboards and spreadsheets outlining 20 reasons they're switching teams. Fans asked about touchdowns, players, strategy. He gave them comedy. Then someone asked the big one, will Shedeur be on the roster next year? His response was basically the spiritual equivalent of shrugging so hard your shoulders enter another dimension.
That is the loudest I've ever heard that stadium.
Really?
I have never heard that stadium. So, I mean, it was so loud. You literally like turn around and you're like, what are they cheering? And then you like obviously you see 12 like trotting on the, because I didn't know Dillion went down. I had no idea he had got a concussion.
We didn't even
know. They showed it on the Jumbotron, and then that's when they first started cheering. And then when Shedeur came out as QB1, that place went. It went.
That alone sent shockwaves through Browns Nation. If the insider doesn't know, oh, it's bad. It's really bad. Every roster spot is a question mark. Every decision looks like a gamble. The Browns are basically speed running a rebuild before the old rebuild even finished rebuilding. Some folks want to blame Deshaun Watson's $46 million salary for everything wrong with this team.
A backup not getting reps is not abnormal in the NFL. Now, is it a little bit in Cleveland, because the rookie, the person who's starting Dillion Gabriel right now, has not played particularly well, and Shedeur's never really had the opportunity.
Just feels off about the situation.
No, 100%, Greeny. And when you see this young man, like, I don't know whose fault it is. Is it this kid's fault for some reason? Or is it the organizations, have failed this guy? Look, number one, my biggest question is, you traded up to get this guy. So clearly you think he has the talent to play the position.
But the truth? Cleveland has been throwing money into the void since before Watson ever showed up. This franchise could find new ways to overpay people even in a fictional universe where currency doesn't exist. And here's the real mystery. Is Shedeur about to shock the NFL by staying? Or is he plotting the greatest escape in Browns history? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next wild twist in this saga.